How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about this case which proves your car is spying on you. A lot of people take this stuff for granted. As we all know, if you don't by now, then I'm not really sure what to tell you. As we all know that the internet's been spying on us. AI is being used as a powerful weapon against us. In fact, there's I can't find it at the moment, but there was a poll done not too long ago about the fears of AI, and 75% of the people polled believe that AI is disastrous and going to cause huge problems for us. Meanwhile, we continue to strive forward, accepting AI and everything that comes along with it. And but anyways, we're well aware that the internet is spying on us. Such things as Facebook and these other apps, Facebook, I'm sure Twitter or X is no different, Instagram, all these different apps and websites we go on are spying on us. And listen, you know, there's been plenty enough information out there lately that talks about the dangers of your phone listening into you, right? If you talk about certain things around your phone, you know, they're probably picking up on what I'm saying right now. And you got many different apps installed, and I'm sure even without the apps, it's listening into you, to the things you are saying. And later you get on there and you could be talking about something, you know, we'll just use some kind of example. Maybe you either looked it up on the internet, or even you just was having a conversation with someone about maybe like computers or a watch or something like that, right? And then you go on Facebook, and next thing you know, you got these ads popping up that are talking about those things, trying to get you to shop for those things, right? And now there's even some people claiming that they just simply have these things and they don't speak of them, and they just simply thinking of certain thoughts, and then ads will pop up with the things they've been thinking of, you know. And this becoming a very real reality. And AI, you know, and how intelligent is artificial intelligence. And the truth is, it's only as intelligent as the people programming it. So it's goes without saying that, you know, pretty much all this new technology is part of the beast system, you know, if whether you believe that or not. But it's totally being used in someone else's favor, in favor of the very rich, and against all of us. Meanwhile, we continue to pay our cell phone bills, we pay our internet bills, pay our car payments, and come to find out, all these things are being used to spy on us and make very big money off of us. You know, now we have cars, proof that cars are spying on us, and in much the same way as things like Facebook, your cell phone, stuff like that. And so I want to talk about this case that came out of the United States Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, a case out of Washington State, Stacy Rich versus American Honda Motor Company. And what it is they tried to sue for the invasion of privacy against the Washington Privacy Act, saying that their car was spying on them. And now what people don't understand yet, you know, anybody with later model cars will understand that almost any car, whether, you know, no matter which company it's coming from, they got some sort of infotainment center, and people are going nuts for these. They're making these cars cheaper and cheaper, but putting all this technology inside of them, even though the car is made with much cheaper materials and stuff like that. But the technology, and that's what's selling to the people, is all this technology that people are going nuts for. And the fact of the matter is that technology is being used against us. And how do you fight back against that? Well, the first thing to do is, and there's no guarantee that this, but the one thing you want to make sure is you don't connect your phone to your vehicle's infotainment center. And you know, so let's take a look at this. And this is just proof that this case just proves that your car is spying on you. So we got this from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and what it is, they appealed it in lower district court, and the court ruled against them, saying that there was no violation here, and screw it, you're on your own. And that's just another proof of how the system and the system of law that we've always entrusted is now being very much used against all of us. And so let's take a look here. Appeal from the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington. David G. Estillo, District Judge, presiding. Argued and submitted September 14th, 2023, Seattle, Washington, before Hawkins, R. Nelson, and Collins Circuit Judges. Stacy Rich and Gellert Dornay, plaintiffs, appeal the dismissal of their putative class action alleging that American Honda Motor Company Incorporated made unlawful recordings of their private communications in violation of the Washington Privacy Act, WPA from here on out, right? This case is one of 5 related diversity class actions in which a group of Washington residents alleged that automotive manufacturers recorded and intercepted their private text messages and call logs from their cell phones when they connected their phones to the respective vehicle's onboard infotainment system. The cases are related because although the class actions were brought against separate automobile manufacturers, the factual background and legal issues are virtually identical. In Jones versus Ford Motor Company, F4th, that's just the case numbers there, right? Ninth Circuit, October 27th, 2023, we affirmed the district court's dismissal under Rule 12b-6. We have jurisdiction pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1291, and for the same reasons set out in Jones, we affirm. And so what they affirm is they affirm the decision of this lower district court. So they've taken it to appeals, and appeals says, what, too bad, we agree with the lower court. We conclude, as in Jones, that the district court properly retained jurisdiction to hear this case. See Jones 2023, right? Plaintiff's operative complaint alleged that their vehicle's infotainment systems download and permanently store all text messages and call logs from plaintiff's cell phones without their consent. At the pleading stage, this alleged violations of substantive privacy right is sufficient to confer standing in RE Facebook Incorporated Internet Tracking Litigation. And then down here, we also conclude, as in Jones, that the district court properly dismissed the merits of plaintiff's claim under the Washington Privacy Act. See Jones 2023, right? That the district court properly dismissed plaintiff's claim for failure to satisfy the WPA statutory injury requirement. See Washington Revised Code 9.73.060. To succeed at the pleading stage of the Washington Privacy Act claim, a plaintiff must allege an injury to his or her business, his or her person, or his or her reputation. Contrary to plaintiff's argument, a bare violation of the Washington Privacy Act is insufficient to satisfy the statutory injury requirement. Okay, affirmed. And that's the end of that there. So we have right there is a case that's been in the courts that acknowledges that your car is spying on you and saving all your information. Now what they're claiming here is that because you connect your phone to it, it stores all your call logs and all your text messages. And what that comes down to is not only first we need to understand that a lot of the cars now are not only allowing you to connect your phone, and once you connect your phone, then the car can connect through your phone signal and upload it, right? But now we have a lot of cars majority of them are now being made with Wi-Fi built into them, so they connect to these towers. And you can see on, I rode in a relative's car a few months back, and I noticed on their screen, on their infotainment screen, it showed the bars of the signal, right? And it was pretty close to the same bars that my phone had. And what, because that now they have the technology in the car where the car itself is connecting to the towers. And people will blow that off and they say, well, I don't subscribe to that, or I don't connect my phone to that. Well, I assure you that it's still saving information and uploading it and they're selling that information. So while you're paying your car payment and they're selling you this car at a car or truck, whatever, at a ridiculous price, they're also making more money off selling your information. And a lot of people don't realize it's much like your phone, and you'll get this long thing that you got to agree to before the usage of that, or it's either that or you're signing it when you're buying the car. And either way, some of that is you're agreeing to let them use that information, and a lot of people don't even realize that that's what's going on, but it very much is what's going on. And so we have this case here just proves all that. So while you're in fear of your phones probably listening in to you, the truth is, depending on how new your car is, and the majority of the cars out there on the road these days would be this way. I would say anything from probably 2012, maybe 2014 and up. You know, it depends on your car brand and all that. But the majority of them, especially any car being sold right now, if you have a car that's only a couple years old, it's spying on you. And it's the company that builds that car is making money off selling your information, just like the rest of the stuff, as you're using apps and everything else on your phone. This car is selling your private information, and they're using that to target you with ads and stuff like that. But the other danger is, now you could have your phone, right, and as long as you have your passcode or whatever, supposedly, you know, then they can't crack it, and they can't spot let's say issues with law enforcement, and they can't get that information from there, and so you're kind of protected. Well, now that's out the window when it comes to your car, and you could be having certain conversations, or you're driving in certain locations, or your text messages or phone calls are uploaded to your infotainment system. Well, now the law enforcement, for whatever reason they deem necessary, can now get that information, and they just contact the company and the manufacturer of that car, and they go ahead and give the information over to the authorities. Like a lot of people right now are taking heard that their iPhones are you know, we had a case, whatever, where Apple told, I think, the FBI or whoever it was, get lost. We're not cracking that, for, you know, that's privacy, and we're not going to invade our people's privacy, our users' privacy, to help you guys unlawfully take that information. Well, the car companies, as of right now, have not agreed to do that. So, you know, it could be for a number of things. Maybe they want to know if you were texting a certain person. Maybe they want to know if you were driving in a certain location, where your car was parked at, stuff like that. They no longer need this technology where, I forget what it's called now, but a lot of times people can find these things on the back of their car where it shoots out of the front of the cop car, and it's got this sticky stuff on it, sticks to the back of your car, and it has GPS in it, and they can track your location. When they no longer have to do that. All they have to know is what car you drive, and that's in public database when you register your car. And now they know what car you drive. Now they and the serial VIN number off that car, and they contact the manufacturer of that car, and now they can spy on you anytime they want, and they can crack into that infotainment system and listen to your conversations that you're having in the car, anything you may be saying, whatever you might be listening to, and your location. And so it's either law enforcement or even selling ads to you. Like you'd be driving in your car talking to somebody about something, and next thing you know, A little bit later, you go on Facebook and you get this ad about that, and you're blaming your phone for it, and here it might have been your car doing that. Of course, I should jump on here and say one more thing. Not only is this proving that the car companies, the car that you own is spying on you, but also this case proves once more what I'm saying is we're losing control of our government and how they should be helping us and being there for us, for the people, watching out for the people. And they're not, they're watching out for big money, big corporations. Is this has gone through its local court and now the appeals court, 9th district, and it just proves who the judges and lawyers and politicians really are there for. They're wherever the money is. And because the truth is, this court should have acknowledged the violation of your privacy and your right to privacy, but they have not done that, right? So, I mean, this is just one more case that everything we're starting to see anymore is that we're being ran over, and our courts, who are supposed to protect us, they should be our last stand to get that protection, and they're not. We have a rogue government, and the courts are all part of it. Anyway, right? So, not much else about that. I just wanted to, anyone who values their privacy, now is the time to understand that your car is indeed spying on you, and you can take several steps. And one way to do to prevent that is these new cars. There's no real way to prevent it anymore. Just like the TVs. I remember back in the day on my website many years ago, before the actual smart TVs were that big, I did a article on your TVs spying on you and having cameras in them, and people used to blow that off. But then they passed some law where old TVs, certain kind that don't have digital access, are no longer allowed to be sold by the stores that sell the TVs, and now we're to the point where you can't even get non-smart TV. So, like anyone following my case that's been going on, the local government here has 100% stole all my property, right? And some of that property is 2 flat screen TVs I had that I made sure I kept, and that's because I did not want a smart TV. Sure, I got certain smart devices that hook into the back of it, but I can unplug them anytime I want. But you can't do that with any newer TV, and you can't go buy a TV these days now that is not a smart TV. And that smart TV hooks up automatically to any internet connection that you got roaming around. And even if you don't connect it in there, I assure you it is connecting to somewhere nearby for their invasion of your privacy. So, that's just be looking out for yourself. And right now is the only way to fight back against that is to buy an older car without these infotainment centers systems in them, and they're becoming harder and harder to find. And be mindful of what you're doing in your car. Your car is spying on you. In this case, Stacy Ridge versus American Honda Motor Company, this just proves it right there. So anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next video.